Greetings gamers and welcome to another Lasercorn channel video, and today we're going to be talking about the Smosh Defy shutdown again. And I didn't expect to be talking about it again this soon, but since that story I put up yesterday, things have changed wildly. I'll recap the story yesterday. Probably don't even bother watching the vid because that information is so wildly out of date because things change so fast that it's not even worth it. I'll give you a quick recap. Basically, Variety got a hold of an email. This email was sent out to Defy employees saying that on January 2nd, the office was shutting down and everyone would be laid off. Now, what that meant is that Defy was going out of business and they could no longer pay their employees. So what I believed would happen was someone would come in, buy the brand, and then continue running production on Smosh and SmoshGames. Whether they kept everyone or not, I wasn't sure about. I was worried that some people would get let go. It turned out everyone got let go. It was very much a worst case scenario. As I said before, incredibly talented people that make those productions. That's why Smosh and SmoshGames have such high quality videos and aren't sitting in a background with just 3 posters. It's all the behind the scenes people that make it happen. So very unfortunate that this happened. So the channels are going dark, and what does that mean? It means that there will be no new content on those channels until further notice. You can still look up the old videos. Joven did a great video about all this. I'll link to his video here. And how long will going dark last? I don't know. I believe it's still possible for someone to come buy the brand and say, hey, we're restarting production, but I don't know how long it takes to do that deal. And of course, one of the problems with that is the YouTube algorithm very much rewards consistency. So going dark for any amount of time and not being consistent is of course a problem. A brand as strong as Smosh can of course recover from that, I believe, but obviously someone buying the brand and restarting production sooner would be better. Although I even have my reservations about that because, I don't know, seeing what happened when a corporation is running a creative channel like Smosh or SmoshGames is everyone got laid off, and if another company buys it, how likely is this scenario to just repeat itself? What stops that company from going, we bought it, we thought this would be profitable, it's not, we gotta lay everyone off again, and then just starting the roller coaster all over again. Obviously, all companies are not the same, but I think if these properties land in any corporate structure, it's going to be a risk they run. Now, the other side of that, and Ian tweeted, Smosh is looking for a new home, and I think he did this out of, care for all the people that I mentioned that got laid off and wanting to make sure they're taken care of and like someone is paying their paycheck, because that's the flip side. It's like you run the risk of everyone laid off, but also there's an entity there that's handing out paychecks, hopefully on time and stuff like that. Although counterpoint to that, there was also Anthony's video that went up where he showed those tweets of people who said, Defy owes my clients X amount of money, blah, blah, blah. And full disclosure, I'm one of those people. Defy owes me money at this point in time. But yeah, it's a very scary time for everyone involved and a very sad time because I really loved the channel, and I know I left, but I didn't leave because of anyone there. And I know I said this in my leaving video, and this is kind of repeating it. I loved shooting videos with those guys, which is why I went back so often. Just getting down and sitting down and playing board games or video games or Smosh and Order, which I loved. I loved being Judge Fred and interacting with everyone in an improv environment. It was something new. It was exciting. But yeah, it was really you got to make memories and you got to do what you loved for a living. So of course I went back. I needed, for various reasons I won't get into, I needed to be my own boss and own my own thing. But I loved going back every time I did, and I loved the initial years of starting the channel and forming those friendships. I was already kind of friends with Joven and Sohinki and Wes, but I never would have met, Mari, Ian, Anthony, Damien, Bose, all those people, and all the Smosh main cast as well. Everyone is just so awesome. And the Warp Zone. So the Warp Zone was also under Defy. The Warp Zone, incredibly talented guys. I remember the first day they came into the office and they're like, oh, hey, what's up? We're the Warp Zone. We're moving in over down the hall. And I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, maybe we'll see you around. And I'm like, those guys look really familiar. And then I had seen a Batman, Superman video where they had done, and I'm like, oh, that's what they're from. I got to meet, the guys who are now easy allies. I got to meet some cool people from The Escapist. So I got to meet a lot of awesome people and make a lot of awesome memories. And it sucks that that office is going away, and if it does continue, it won't be the same. People are already lining up other jobs, and they should, and they're incredibly talented. And if you see on your resume, worked on the Smosh Games channel, worked on the Smosh channel, or the Warp Zone channel, or any of those channels on someone's resume, let me just say, everyone there did excellent work. So I hope they find work, or if someone does swoop in by Smosh or SmoshGames. I hope they get brought back if they haven't already found something. And the on-camera talent too, a lot of them are going to be starting their own projects. Joven's already said on his channel he's talking about what he's doing next. Sohinki's got his own channel. By the way, Joven and Sohinki and we own our own channel, so we will not be going dark. There's no worry that the Defy shutdown will shut down our channels. We didn't always own them, but they own them, and then we kind of hardcore negotiated them back, and now we own them, so they can continue creating content. And I do hope to create content with the people from Smosh Games and Smosh Main if they want, and Warp Zone, whoever wants to come on this channel. I've already reached out to a couple people. So I'd love for us to all continue to just create content together. And that's the thing, right? It's like, yes, this thing that brought us all together is ending, but we all have cameras, we all have video games, we all have board games. We have the equipment to keep creating and keep making awesome stuff. And I just hope everyone does. And in addition to saying, hey, come on my channel anytime you want, I'm here, you guys all have my number. I'm down to promote or help in any way I can, any of the projects you guys are working on. It's all good stuff, and I believe in all of you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what everyone does in the future, and I'm following everyone and seeing what the next step is and seeing what the next projects are. So yeah, this sucks. This sucks real bad. It's this thing I helped create that it's no longer, it might not be a thing anymore, because while I'm pretty confident Smosh is going to get bought because it was doing so well, I'm not sure that Smosh Games will continue on. I mean, look, I'm not sure either one will continue on, but I'm way less certain about the future of Smosh Games just because it didn't have the subscribers and views of the Smosh Main. And if it did continue on, if it did get bought by someone, what would I have a role in that? I don't even know. I don't know how. There's just so much uncertainty. It's crazy. I don't even know if I would still come back, if the old cast that was there full time will come back, or if they get all new people, which I strongly urge anyone that buys Smosh or Smosh Games to not go full cast replacement. We've seen what happens with now this when they replace SourceFed. It is not a good idea. People will get angry. And I'm not even saying bring me back. I had kind of become a freelancer and was kind of only back sometime, but definitely bring back the main core cast and make sure that they're producing content that they're happy with and comfortable with if it does get bought. If they even want to come back. And you know, I think a lot of people are probably wondering what coming back would look like and what the terms would look like. So I'm not speaking for anyone or saying that they would definitely come back or definitely be out. But I don't think replacing everyone would be a good idea. I think it'd be a terrible move. Just throwing that out there. So anyway, that's all I really have to say about it right now. I think I'm still kind of processing it all. I mean, I could never imagine it shutting down. I could imagine the channel existing without me, but I never pictured it shutting down. It seemed like this thing, this juggernaut that could never be stopped. So this is just so weird for me. I might have more thoughts on it later, but I don't want to do another update video until something substantial happens. So there won't be any updates until either Smosh or one of the Smosh properties gets bought, or by some miracle they figure out a way to not get bought but continue producing content. If that happens, I will update you, or if something else crazy that I can't even hypothesize about happens, I will fill you in. But now I think it's time to get back to gaming, and I hope I really mean it this time. I hope nothing changes wildly in the next 24 hours, but I'm gonna try and focus on that. Yeah, and everybody out there, keep your heads up, and all the fans of all the properties, keep supporting the people that made the content. So that's all I have to say for right now. I'm sorry if I forgot anything. You know, I'll be in the comments, so if I forgot to say something or if I misspoke, I'll try and clear that up. But you know, my head's a little fuzzy right now. So that's all for now. Later. Thank you so much to my flamethrower level Patreon supporters who help make this content possible. There's a link to my Patreon right over here. Or if you just want to subscribe and see what's coming up next, you can click right over here. And here's a link to my last video game video. All right, see you all soon.